Hello, and welcome back to our series, our video series on Way to a Solution, intermittent fasting. This is video 3, and I just want to have a quick review, a quick screen share here so that we can review. Here are some ideas on things to eat and things to avoid. On things to eat, we have leafy greens, cruciferous greens, such as broccoli, Brussels sprouts, cauliflower. We have fruit, especially berries, because brightly colored fruits like blueberries and strawberries have extra phytochemicals that are good for nutrition. And if they are out of season, you can buy frozen and eat them either frozen or thaw them. You want to be eating beans and legumes, onion and garlic, mushrooms, and also seeds and nuts. And you want to be avoiding as much as possible animal products that have concentrations of pesticides. It's not necessary to go fully vegetarian in order to reduce weight, although it may help you to do so. But even if you limit your intake of animal products to 4 ounces of fish or chicken a day, you should be able to lose an abundance of fat. So we want to be avoiding alcohol. We want to be avoiding salt, oil, and sugar. We want to be avoiding processed foods. And we want to be avoiding white flour, commercial baked goods, and any long chemical names. Things like monosodium glutamate or high fructose corn syrup. If you have trouble pronouncing them, you probably don't want to be ingesting them. And here's an idea of things that you want to be including every day: a large salad, at least a half a cup of beans or lentils, or both. A full cup is fine too, but if you're not used to eating beans and lentils, you may want to start with them slowly. At least 3 servings of fresh fruits, 1 to 2 ounces of raw nuts or seeds, preferably with your meals. You don't want to be getting into mindless snacking on nuts and seeds because it's very easy to go overboard with that. And a double-sized serving of steamed greens is very good. And you may want to have a half an avocado if you can find them in abundance and find good ones that ripen and don't immediately go bad. So that's a quick review on what to eat. Now we're going to talk about things that cause inflammation. I hope you're writing in your journal how you're feeling after you eat. First, writing down everything you eat, and then writing down how you feel afterwards, both emotionally and physically. You may find that heavy foods make you feel more lethargic and may interfere with your sleep. Now, I want to talk about foods that cause inflammation. Many people find that if they eat foods containing bread or gluten, which is a protein found in bread, that it aggravates their arthritis. It aggravates any medical conditions that they may have with inflammation in them. So you may want to do some experimentation with eliminating wheat from your diet entirely. And by eliminating these things, which also turn into simple sugar in your bloodstream, you can also be simultaneously improving your health and reducing your risk of diabetes. Many people are able to reduce or eliminate their diabetes by modifying their diet alone. So it's a good idea to remove wheat from your diet as much as possible. Another thing that causes inflammation for a lot of people is dairy products. Dairy products can cause inflammation in many different ways. It can cause respiratory issues. It causes many people to increase the amount of mucus they produce and can aggravate many forms of respiratory conditions. Dairy products also aggravate reflux. And if you have heartburn or reflux or an ulcer, your doctor is probably telling you to eliminate dairy from your diet. So that's a good thing to watch out for. Other things that interfere with inflammation or medical conditions on some people, people with reflux or heartburn are also told to eliminate chocolate and coffee. You might want to experiment with doing that and seeing if it makes you feel better, seeing if it reduces any inflammatory conditions that you have, and see if it helps you with your sleep. Other foods that sometimes people react badly to, some people have inflammation from consuming eggs or consuming tomato or consuming eggplant, one of the products in the nightshade family. Again, if you have an ulcer or if you have reflux, your doctor is probably telling you to eliminate tomato. So this is something that you want to look out for and experiment with, where you can reduce inflammation. Another general rule of thumb is to avoid eating within 3 hours of your bedtime, because if you're digesting food in the evening when you go to sleep, very often that as well can aggravate heartburn, can aggravate reflux, and also it can interfere with your sleep. So we want to avoid things that interfere with our sleep. And that's something that we're going to talk about in video 5. So this is all we have for now. Pay careful attention to your journal that'll tell you which foods are aggravating inflammation for you and which foods are interfering with your sleep. So that's all for today, and we'll see you in the next module. Bye for now.